Good evening, everyone. It is 11 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the deep piney woods of East Texas. This is Randy, aka Jedi1, listening to the X22 report on YouTube, and just wanted to play you a little bit of something here so you'll have a little insight and start thinking about these things. They'll start adding up. By the way, I'm bringing this to you on behalf of Fit to be Elevated. That's my new little deal. Fit to be elevated. Those will come together later. Listen to this.
Louder than their words. And we can see right now the Israelis want that entire region, they want it cleaned out. And we know why. There's a lot of natural gas, oil off the coast. They want this, they want the Palestinians out. And we can see this is their whole entire agenda right now, and they're not stopping. And they don't care how they do it, how many children they have to kill. They are continually pushing this agenda forward. We see up in Ukraine that this entire false flag event is really starting to crumble around the United States and Ukraine. It looks like what happened in Syria is now happening in Ukraine with this false flag event. The United States has absolutely no proof right now. And let me just say, if you have proof and you know for sure that it was another country or another group, you would just come out with the proof. What's the purpose of holding it back? It's much easier to just say, yes, here's the satellite imagery, here's the photos, here's everything that we have. It proves it was Russia, it was the pro-Russian people in the southeastern region, but they haven't done this. And the reason why they keep stalling and they keep going back to the same propaganda is because they really don't have anything. They know who did it because it was them.
So you kind of get the gist. And again, we are observers. And what we do is we vet this information that we get. This is what we do. And then you start connecting the dots. You just simply connect the dots. And that is, which countries out there are being told that they can't have their produce shipped to those countries? It's the United States, because their GMO created it as part of the money structure and control structure and everything else structure that the centralized banking systems have such a stranglehold on the U.S., and our citizens are slap asleep and they have no idea what's really going on. And they create these situations, and you start adding this up. Well, just maybe, there is someone that's making wrong decisions up there, and just maybe, they're going over there, maybe not to help the people, but to take their oil or something. Just look what happened to Iraq, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, and the beat goes on. So I'll report back. I'm going to listen to this and just pop in here now. And so this will be continuous for you, but I'm going to listen to some more, and I suggest you do the same. Well, I didn't even hardly get it out of my mouth, and just a few frames later, look what they said.
Angry, and the only reason you get angry is because you don't have facts. You're doing it with emotion, and then emotion takes over, and you're being caught, and this is why you lash out. And we're seeing this happen with the United States and the spokespeople. They have no proof, and they're starting to pretty much lash out on the entire subject. That what, you don't believe us? No, the only way we believe the central bankers of the U.S. government is if you show proof and facts. You've lied to us so many times. The Iraq War, 9/11, the Boston bombing, pretty much everything. Actually, the Federal Reserve existence, the IRS existence, these are all lies. And there's no reason we need to believe them. The only way we could believe anything they say is if they have irrefutable proof.
That kind of gives you an idea of where we're at here in our society today. And it's an absolute, it's just mind-boggling. It is hard to get your mind around the fact that it's even hard to think that this is even that someone else would even be talking like this sometimes. But you come to that point that you realize that once a person who has been honestly mistaken all their life learns the real truth, they that cease to be mistaken, or they cease to be honest. And that's, I say, what say you? If he walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's most likely a duck. So we move along here. Let's see what's next. Okay, I popped over here to Truth Frequency Radio that you can see, and lo and behold, not even about 20 minutes later, I go to a different place other than where we were just at the X22 report, and listen to what they're talking about.
Well, it's the people behind Obama, it's the cryptocracy, it's those who came before Obama. It's the secret, the great secret of Luciferianism, neoconism, that has been successful in implementing these Luciferian doctrines of asymmetry. Basically keeping things in a constant state of imbalance, division. That way war is guaranteed and it's meant to be continuous as long as we give consent to this Luciferian stronghold. Saul Alinsky, there's a guy, mentor Barack Obama. He's the author of the book Rules for Radicals. I'm sure you know this. The book has inspired many politicians, and Obama's
I've just popped over to Max Resistance. You can see here Valerie, one of the FIT members, moderates over here on the round table, and I believe they must have just finished it up. It is late, but listening to what they were talking about this evening, imagine this.
I know that they are escalating, and it has to do with a lot of the grants that the feds are giving, from Homeland Security, and you see this militarization where you got towns of like 2,000 people or less, and they're getting tanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I personally think, and I can only speak with my little scope of the world, considering how many people that I've worked with and continue to work with, and how more new people contact me every day, I think because of the internet and the fact that you can take a cell phone and you can stream police brutality as it's happening, and the police can grab that phone and destroy it. The video's gone. The feed is not a damn thing they can do about it, and it could be disseminated to 1,000 or 2,000 or more, hard drives or clouds or drop boxes, and there's nothing they can do. And I think that because more people are seeing that happening, there's more and more people that are questioning this nonsense, and they're seeing.
That's what I'm talking about. We need to hear that word questioning, people. Is that as we wake up, we have to start questioning. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken starts questioning, the truth will soon arrive. Let's go on down the road here and see what's happening around the corner, eh? Checking in with my good friends over at Going Global East Meets West. That is a blog. That is Going Global East Meets West.blogspot.com. And very, very good, solid information here. Phoenix, his wife, Lake House, takes care of this. If you're into the emerging markets and esoteric things, and just downright good people that are doing their very best to get you some solid, straight information where you can make some good decisions. Let's move right along here. Taking a look over here at Natural News. A lot of y'all probably go over here to Natural News. We'll just peruse these real quickly, and if there's anything you want to talk about, someone way up above there in the cloud, let me know and I'll stop. GMOs threatening food security while offering no solution for India's poor. Something else. The Detroit thing is what's really got me. It's bound to be on here somewhere. They turned the water off in Detroit. Those people in America I'm talking about turned water off of our citizens, and right down the street, I think Amy Martin, I'll go look here and see if I can find a little clip for y'all. Right down the street, Nestle's, the water mongers, are pumping unlimited amounts of water that they can make money off of. Doesn't make sense, people. Let's move right along. I'll see if I can find that for you right now. I found it for you here, folks, and it's over here on YouTube. I'll scoot down here so you can see it. I don't want to run too long, but here it is. Detroit fights the water for Nestle's extracts it during a drought, and oh goodness, let me just let you catch a little bit of this, and we'll move along. But this is unbelievable that this is being allowed to happen in the United States of America. Listen up.
After 4 months of denying residents access to water, yesterday, the Detroit Water and Sewage Department agreed to a 15-day freeze for shutoffs. The move came after public pressure mounted in the city and around the country, calling for Detroit to turn water back on for the thousands of residents left without the basic resource. The UN even stepped in, calling the issue an affront to human rights. However, the city of Detroit insists it needed to turn off people's water after they were late or simply unable to pay their bills in order to collect around $90 million from delinquent accounts. In some cases, residents owed a little more than $150 were left without water during the crippling summer heat. But Detroiters have since banded together in protest and are launching direct action campaigns to pressure the city, including staging demonstrations and blocking company trucks conducting the shutoffs. One such group is called the Detroit Water Brigade. It's a grassroots organization dedicated to bringing emergency relief to families left without water and advocating solutions to the human while trying to block the entrance to the private company actually doing the shutoffs, oddly enough called Home Rich Wrecking. What other direct actions have you guys taken so far?
We had a rally when the Netroots Nations conference was here. There was a rally that Detroiters came out and was able to show their support of the shutoffs. We've also, the Detroit Water Brigade is an organization that I'm proudly part of, and we do rapid relief on the streets. We're making sure that families get the water that they need right now because we do have a victory on the books. The Detroit Water Department has agreed to stop shutoffs for at least 15 days. That was reported yesterday. So that is definitely a victory for us and all the work that we're doing, but there's still so much more work to be done. Families are still going without water right now.
Clearly the actions are speaking loud and clear to the establishment. They did seize that for 15 days. People have called it a ceasefire. Do you agree with that sentiment? And I guess what's going to happen after the 15 days? Have they said that it's just going to go normally at the same rate that it was before?
They haven't really given any more details to my knowledge, and we still have to make arrangements and plans for the.
So let's talk about Detroit some more. I mean, the city of Detroit's saying that the shutoff's essential because it owes $89 million in bills. If that's true, why do you think the Detroit Downtown Development Authority recently agreed to provide $62 million in public funds to expand Detroit's hockey stadium?
You know, I truly believe that we see the world as we see ourselves. And so a lot of...
you get the picture. It should not be happening. And there's a spot on here where she talks about Nestle's, but that's what I really... Here it is. Let me just look at that. I picked the very next spot. Let's just let you hear this. Here we go.
I believe the opposite. Because as a world leader in privatization of water, Nestle operates in 86 different countries, pursuing ways to remove restrictions on pumping water out of the ground during times of drought. But the massive corporation doesn't like having that practice brought up, and even offered to set the record straight in a bizarre personal video response they sent me in the past.
Hello, Abby. I'm Stephanie from Nestle. You claimed we take water during droughts in Canada. In fact, we've always reduced our water use during droughts, and will continue to do so.
Wrong again, Stephanie. See, in places like
Can you believe that lady was dressed up in that white? I would have put her in something other than that. Is that quite apparent that you're trying to be the goody two-shoes? Let's move along here. Weather looks pretty good for tomorrow morning. It is already it's almost midnight here in Central Time, but it looks like we got something over the Rockies. Might catch a little bit tomorrow, possibly dissipate out. In my area here always seems like it gets wet. Looks like we're dry. By the way, I'm right off in this area here, right here in the deep piney woods. Looks like, look at this house coming down from the southeast. This is some strange weather. I'm telling you, strange weather. So hope this helped you out. If you happen to see this in the morning, moving right along. Those that follow Bitcoin, it is holding steady at 614.40 on the BTCE charts, and it looks that way. Let's check over here at Bitstamp. Bitstamp is trading at 620, and we'll check over here at see what Litecoin's doing. Litecoin's trading at 853. We're moving right along. For those of you, some like myself, I love Coast to Coast AM with George Norley. It's going to start in about 24 minutes from now, my time. And tonight's show is going to be Megalithic Mysteries, Dangers from Space. I tell you what, he's got some powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. I just want to show you something right here. Some of these recent ones I would definitely suggest that you take a look at. Last night he's doing a major push, continuous push to protect our grid. They know, they talk about it on Norley, that the government is out to pull the wool over our eyes and have a false flag EMP. You better start. Well, we're blending over into Elevate. Elevate is waking up. That's getting your own power plant put right on top of your house where you're independent and off the grid. I'm starting to blend over into what we do over now with Fit and Be Elevated. That's what I'm talking about. They're giving away solar panels. If you want to find out about that stuff, how you can get a $30,000 plus solar system put on your house with not one red cent out of your pocket, they'll give you a whole year's worth of electric free, and after that you get a 30% reduction thereabouts, between 25 and 40% of what you normally would pay, and you never ever have a penny out of pocket. Ooh, and the people that go out and give them away, they make $1,000 to give the things away. It is unbelievable, but we're living in unbelievable times. Ooh, the people that actually put this together, in my heart, it's a move to make a major attack on the powers that be, the control that they have over controlling power. Look what they're doing to the water in Detroit. If all of a sudden they threw the switch on the power and 30-40 million people out there, the lights didn't go off, they'd go, goodness gracious, someone forgot something. And that's what this is about when we start talking about. Let me move over into that right now. But those of you that watch Coast to Coast, tonight's going to be a good show in just a minute. Stand by. Just a little U.S. news over here from RT. Just look at these as I go by, because every one of them are false, created either for fear or is that it is just really almost, well, it is bizarre just to see what's going on out there. If you watch CNN and C-SPAN like I do, and I'll just go over there real quickly, is it's an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke. It's almost an embarrassment of what's going on here. I get up every morning and watch these things. Just an absolute embarrassment. These briefings are getting to be just comic in nature, except it's so deadly serious because everybody is not being serious about it. So that's all that I really excuse me, wanted to go over with you here today. Let me get back over to Coast, and I'm going to be having some specific shows and conference calls and hangouts related to Elevate, which is the new solar company that is going to sweep the United States of America. And that is a bold statement, but listen to me. They're giving away free solar systems. These are the best made on the planet out of Germany, and then the people that receive them pay not one penny. You've heard me talk about this just earlier. Listen up, Facebook or on the email list. Get on the email list. You can join over at financialintelteam.com. Get on the email list, join it. It's for free. You can take a look around in there for a week and see if you like that. And Elevate came out of the FIT program, because that's what we do. We look for other companies that have a fair exchange of value. I also use that tool Staged, because you've seen me put that on there. That has a very good fair exchange of value if you're looking to build or monetize parts of your lifestyle. Y'all go out tomorrow, smile at a stranger to make you feel real good. God bless you. See you the next time. Jedi 1.